Hi, I'm Greg. I'm a medical health scientist from the School of Health Science, and we're going to talk about a process that you voluntarily take part in every day, whether you like it or not, and it occurs on a 24-hour basis. It's called sleep, and you need it. So why is sleep really quite beneficial, particularly in your growing years, particularly at all forms of life, and particularly as you get older, you'll find your grandparents are falling asleep all the time. What actually is occurring during sleep? Well, there's a number of different things that are occurring, but if we just focus on, to start with, the brain, because it's the most obvious and you feel that shutting off every time that you start to fall asleep. So the brain, located up here in the skull, is our central nervous system, and it's connected to our spinal cord, which is coordinating all sorts of neural or electrical activity throughout your whole body. So the process of sleep really does enhance the brain's ability to do work once you wake up again. But what are the processes of sleep? So let's start with the brain. Here we've taken the brain out of the cavity, and so we've got a model of the brain here. We've got two cerebral hemispheres on both sides, and parts of those cerebral hemispheres are responsible for many different things, such as sight and hearing, motor activity or movement activity coming out of the front, sensory activity coming out of the back. So all these neural cells need a restorative process through sleep. So once you fall asleep, we go through a number of different stages, and the first stage we could really say is about 90 minutes. And during that stage we have what we call non-rapid eye movement sleep. But we start to really go into some quite deep, slow wave sleep during that stage in the first 90 minutes. Okay, so that's happening in the brain. But what else is also happening? If we go back to our whole torso again, we can see a number of other different organs, and we'll talk about the heart here, is also benefiting from sleep. So your heart rate is slowing down, your blood pressure, which is being pushed out through the heart contracting, is also really dropping during that first 90 minutes, and so it's beneficial to your cardiovascular system. What happens after the first 90 minutes? Because generally we say 7 or 8 hours a night of sleep is really quite good. After the first 90 minutes, we move from non-rapid eye movement to rapid eye movement. So we go through various phases for the rest of the night where you might be more associating with dream activity. But during those stages, again, it's quite restorative for the neural cells, but it's also quite beneficial for processes such as memory retention. And so for full 7 hours, beyond that 90 minutes, is really beneficial for the brain. During that extra time, our heart rate might start to pick up again, and eventually we'll wake up 6 or 7 hours later, and our processes will open right up. But you might notice that during that time, there's other systems that shut down, so your skeletal muscles, your limbs. If you've ever tried to pick up someone's limb while they're asleep, it's quite heavy, so all those processes shut down. So it's a combination of shutting down and starting up is quite beneficial for a various number of organs within the body.